good turn is basically got the other toe in the ice. Basically very cheated. Watch, nice leg position, clean landing. Now watch this. Her whole foot, almost for a half a turn, is solidly on the ice. And the judges can see that.
The marks for Sasha Cohen. First set of marks, 5.3 up to 5.5. And now the presentation mark.
Well, these are going to be up. She's charming personality on the ice.
And presentation marks, 5.5 to 5.7. She's just behind Kwan at this point.
Straight up, representing Italy, Sylvia Fontana.
Like in 88, we have Battling Carmen. Two-time Italian champion, 10th in the world. Here is Sylvia Fontana.
Double toe combination. Nice. She has a wrap in the air. No deductions for that. It just doesn't make the jumps look quite as clean. Already turning a triple flip into a double. Program is choreographed by Nina Petrenko, Olympic champion Victor Petrenko's wife. She trains in Simsbury, Connecticut. We talked about her fiery style and personality out here, and this is the part of the program that Sylvia really shines in. And yet at Worlds this past year, she had her personal best. In fact, she was one of my highlights of the World Championships. Perfect, clean program.
And a 10th place finish at those World Championships. She's in 6th here after the short.
Turning another triple into a double.
Timing's really off here, Roz.
It is, and right now, going through your mind right about now is like, you just, kind of want to get off the ice, and you just sort of think, well, now what am I going to do? You know what? You just keep fighting. You just keep plugging through, especially being the beginning of the season. A nice triple sow there. Tracy, being 10th at the Worlds, you would not find yourself in the flight of warm-up with Michelle Kwan and Irina Slutskaya. This is when you need to take your skating up a notch, not the other way. Program like this with the mistakes, you take it back to the rink, and you just, you take each mistake, you fix them, you plug away, you train harder. You know, I can't stress enough that this is the beginning of the season. It's not really an excuse, but you have to understand that this is where you go from.
Silvia Fontana of Italy has a little bit farther to go than she had hoped. We will have her marks, and there's 3 more ladies still to come. There's been Entertainment Center, the ladies' free program with 3 ladies still to skate. Sylvia Fontana.
Struggled on this triple Lutz, actually turned it into a double. You can see how she just loses the shoulder on the check at the beginning of the jump. They're just gone before she can stop herself.
She attempted 7 triples, or had 7 triples planned, completed 2 of them, and thus the low set of first marks. And now the presentation marks. Judges liking her performance. To Carmen, 5.1, up to 5.4.
5-3. The next skater representing Ukraine, Elena Lyashenko.
In 5th place after the short program, 4-time Ukrainian champion. Ranked 8th in the world, here is Elena Lyashenko.
With the triple Lutz double toe, huge triple Lutz. Her strength is actually the pick jumps, the toe jumps here, a triple flip. Not quite finishing the rotation. We're coming back with a nice solid triple toe. Came onto the world scene in 1994, and she actually qualified for Worlds because of Oksana Bayul's gold medal. She's usually very consistent, but they're really struggling with the triple loop.
She was 6th in the world in 94, her first World Championships, and she has a tendency to be able to skate a clean, short program, but then goes down in the long, as you see she's doing here in this competition as well.
And Tracy, from that 6th place in Worlds in 1994, she's kind of been all over the map. A 9th, a 12th, a 7th, back down to 10th this year, rising back up to 8th. Yet it's not really a defining style. I just said that her toe jumps are her strength, and yet tonight it's the edge jumps that are doing well for her.
starting to get tired and a little weaker in the legs. Looks like she's just getting warmed up. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you can have a rough start and pull it together in the end. Of course, the last thing you want the judges to see are landed strong jumps. 25-year-old Elena Lyashenko from Ukraine. When we come back, we'll see her mark and Michelle's rival, Irina Slutskaya. Two skaters still to skate at the final flight. Irina Slutskaya up next. Here, Elena Lyashenko. Here's her opening triple lutz double toe. Beautiful leg position in the air. Nice, easy landing. First set of marks for technical merit and very high marks. 5.3 up to 5.6. And the presentation marks all over the place. 5.0 up to 5.6. But that will keep Elena Lyashenko behind Michelle Kwan and Sasha Cohen.
Today's skater representing Russia, Irina Slutskaya.
First place after the short program. Russian, European champion, world silver medalist. Here is Irina Slutskaya. And the debut of her program to the music Tosca. Tracy, she has such a soft-looking face, and yet she has a killer attitude. She's been so serious all week in practices, really rarely smiling out there. She's got a job to do. She's going to open with the triple lutz, double loop. And yet she just decided to do a nice, easy triple lutz. Combination, a triple sow, triple loop combination. Putting a loop jump on the end of a jump is much harder than a toe because you have to land with the free leg in front of you. You need that much more strength. To put that combination back in, that was where she would have put it, and yet she turned it into a double lutz, double toe instead of a triple. There's another triple loop off of back, 3 turns on 1 foot. And this is where the jumps become technically more difficult than Michelle's.
jumps back to back right after each other. Again, making the program more difficult technically than Michelle's. On the crossovers in between the jumps in this program. When you're this powerful at the beginning of the season, you can just imagine where it can go in the next 5 months. But now you want these jumps at the end of a program, triple toe. The new programs. I don't know if it's time to really start comparing or if this is just the beginning of the drawing board. They both obviously are watching each other. She's happy with it, as she should be.
Irina Slutskaya opening and closing with a bang. Michelle Kwan of the United States in first at the moment. We'll see how Irina Slutskaya does right after this.
Here's the triple loop takeoff. Look how she just does back edges. Now that's very hard because you have to keep the strength in your takeoff thigh. No problem. And a very emotional finish. Again, keeping the power of the story really to the music all the way through to the very end.
The
technical merit marks for Irina Slutskaya. Wow. 5.7, 2.59, the rest 5.8.
Well, I'd say she's laid down the challenge there for sure. Let's see about the artistic marks.
And a high set of artistic marks for Irina Slutskaya. 5.9, 2.58, and look at this. First place mark across the board. Michelle Kwan looking very relaxed and composed backstage. She knows it's just the beginning of the season. The final competitor in the ladies' competition in third place after the short program. Skating to Moonlight Sonata, here is 20-year-old Fumiya Sugure of Japan. This program choreographed by Laurie Nickel. Triple combination, which is good for her. We saw one in warm-up and practice this morning. Going into these triples, but so much soft knee and ease, even with the power. Talking about the knees and the edgy skating, she also is coached by Yuka Sato's father. You can see a lot of similarities in their skating.
she had to slip out of it. There is an eerie feeling in the arena. The audience is captivated. And Tracy, that is the quality of the skating. And then to come back with that beautiful triple Lutz was such an easy landing. And a packed program. She's just going from one thing to the next. Problems in the ligaments of both her ankles. She's decided to put off surgery until after the Olympics. She wants this so badly to skate with pain. Amazing. Beautiful performance. You can just see it on her face. And she's pushing herself to add 2 new triples since last year, Trace. And this gorgeous extension and line on this spiral, stepping right into a triple toe loop. Beautiful leg position in the air. Look at those soft knees on the landing. And then right back into beautiful choreography. Everything finished to the end of her fingertips. And you're right, Tracy, she had this crowd mesmerized. Lovely. In third place after the short program. And now the first set of marks. 5.5 up to 5.8. Presentation marks, a low of 5.4, but 3 5.7s for Fumio Sugure of Japan. Good enough for third place. She'll take home a bronze medal from these games. But right now, let's go backstage to Dean Lynham, who's with Michelle.
Michelle Kwan, who finished in second place. Michelle, we talked about it. People wrote about it. A new long program, influence of a new choreographer. I just want to know how you felt finally skating it in a competition.
I felt pretty good, but I think I could have done a lot better. You know, opening up in 2 jumps, but doing the triple-triple in the beginning, I was really happy with that. And then finishing off with the triple Lutz. And, you know, debuting a long program is really difficult because even though you've done it a million times in practice, it's a little different in front of an audience.
Do you like the program itself? I mean, do you feel good about it? And how much will you change, if any, between now and those games in Salt Lake?
Well, I feel really good about the program. Love the music. It's strong. It's powerful. I just have to back it up with some strong and powerful skating.
How about this competition? Because a lot of these skaters would be the same ones that you'll see throughout this year, and in particular Irina Slutskaya, who skated very well here. Just how you feel about her and this whole field.
Well, I was able to watch Irina Slutskaya, and she skated really well, doing the triple salto, triple loop. And I just realized, you know, I have to analyze my skating and how I can improve. And I know that I can do more difficult jumps, so it's just being able to push myself throughout the season and get better and better for the Olympics.
Do you feel like an older skater, a skater that can still get better? Do you like still being in this position?
You know, when I started skating, I was always the young one, and now I'm like the veteran, the old one, and I'm only 21 years old. So luckily, Irina is a little older than I am, so I don't feel too old out there.
Thanks for all your time. We enjoy watching you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Tracy?
Irina Slutskaya takes home Goodwill Games gold. Michelle Kwan the silver. Fumio Sugure of Japan finishes third. Sasha Cohen
beat skaters ranked 8th and 10th in the world to finish 4th. And there's the rest of the field. Now we're going to go backstage and join Dee Lynam, who's standing by with Irina Slutskaya.
Oh, a very happy Irina Slutskaya, and for good reason, because she skated beautifully, not just tonight, but Thursday night as well. Just evaluate the whole experience of this Goodwill Games.
Thank you so much. First of all, it's, first competition in this season, orderly competition, and this is so hard. And what about my programs? Yesterday I was so nervous because, it's new programs, I must skate with, in judges, in, public seating. It's so hard, and today I'm nervous too, but right after the warming up, I have blood from my nose, and my nerve is flying away.
I know when you came into this season, artistically, you had worked hard. You were recognized for that. Feel good for that?
Yes, I worked so hard, and I changed choreography for my long program, and I try to work with Giuseppe Arena, and I love it so much, and I work hard about my artistic marks.
And again, we keep watching you and Michelle. Are you enjoying this, that you keep pushing one another?
Yes, of course, I keep pushing, and it's so great I can compete with girls like Michelle.
Very good, Irina. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Right. Tracy?
That's it from the figure skating competition. On Sunday, the skaters will let their hair down, have some fun. It's the exhibition. For Rosalind Sumners and Dee Lynam, I'm Tracy Wilson saying goodbye from figure skating. See you Sunday.
The world's greatest athletes battle their closest rival.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2001 Goodwill Games champions.